I mean, one of the rarest VHS I still have is the Jörg Buttgereit's Making of Schramm, and the only reason I still kept hold of this one was because I did the original cover art on that.
Well, the fact that Nekromantik is called the most bootlegged film ever is something, yeah, I'm not sure if I can be proud of it, because it really pisses me off even today when when I see, you know, like bootleg versions on YouTube or stuff like this. So I remember the first bootleg I ever saw, I was totally shocked that someone was so mean to just take my movie and sell it, and we were not making any money with it, you know. So it's kind of it's kind of an insult for an independent filmmaker if you get bootlegged. At least it was this way back in the 80s.
I was one of those many people that had a bootleg copy of Nekromantik 1 and 2 when they came out. I remember my dealer saying, yeah, I've got this movie, they use real corpses, sick German stuff. So I've got to see that then. And yeah, I remember first viewing that. It was the first movie I ever watched that made me feel physically sick, believing the corpse was real going into it. And you know, I'd seen Faces of Death before that, and that didn't make me feel half as sick. But it was kind of beautiful at the same time.
I think the first Nekromantik bootleg was done in Munich, and you know, in Munich there's a cinema where we always played my films, and I think it was the effects guy from one of my later movies, from Nekromantik 2, Sammy Balkas, who told me that he found a bootleg copy of Nekromantik in Munich, and it was also intercut with hardcore porno scenes, which was even more annoying to me. The cover was really lousy. They just, you know, made a black and white Xerox copy of the Nekromantik poster artwork. It was really depressing to feel or to see this happening that someone is just taking over the stuff you did and, you know, like abusing it. So it was really a feeling of getting ripped off, and also a feeling of getting, you know, now the people, they don't really see what I was going for, you know, because I kind of had a plan or a vision of Nekromantik and how to present it, how to promote it and all this stuff. And then just someone came and ripped the whole thing apart and sold it as a porn movie. So it was really, really depressing. So the first time we released Nekromantik on 60mm in cinemas, you know, like a small cinema run. But to really get our money back, we decided to do our own distribution company, and we had our own copy facilities to make video copies of Nekromantik. So we founded our own company, and we sold videotapes directly to the customer, directly to the fans for $100. So that was our way to earn the money back we spent on Nekromantik by selling it directly to the fans. So it was very easy for other people to make copies, bootleg copies of our tapes, of course, because our tapes were quite expensive. That was one of the reasons I think many bootleg versions were made, and I don't really have any control over it. And I remember that just Balun, the editor and writer of Deep Red, the magazine in the US, that he used to sell bootleg copies over his magazine.
The Blu-ray release by Arrow Video of Nekromantik 2 actually supplied some new artwork for that one. So there's Betty, Rob, Mark, and of course Monica. So they were in the new Arrow booklet, and even more of a thrill for me, growing up in that era as a fan of Jörg's as well. We've recently started and are almost finished with Son of Nekromantik, which is a big buzz for me.